as different as you could get today.
Isn't it perfect today? Could be the makings of a good game, like if they handle the ball. Because like our fellas are well able to handle it, well able to run it.
Are you going to bring us up?
Yeah, okay. Well, good, we're not easy. Yes, she's a wobbly one today.
She's very wobbly, isn't it?
I didn't want to build up last week. We wouldn't have rocked back and forth. You get both sick this watching the match.
Getting seasick already there.
I know, as I was saying to you, I watched the old Wesley one, the live stream. Commentary was fine, your man was grand, but they had a second fella coming in and you couldn't hear him, and the camera work was pure shite. Like, the ball would be kicked down there, your man was still here, you know, and he'd go up after it and they'd be thinking, you know, he was passing the play and all sorts of things.
I hope our viewers are commenting well on all of
like, to my eye anyway, the quality of our photography is fantastic, like, you know.
I've heard it was good words about our stream, so.
Yeah. We're getting great feedback from it actually, which is great, you know.
We have a great commentator.
A great team. We just got a text there from Vincent O'Sullivan. You're on YouTube. Maybe they'll pick it up what I'm saying, are they?
Oh, they are, yeah. It's on, it's on. We're live now.
One, go! Yep! Slow. All big, go! Go,
A beautiful day for rugby, I'd say.
Absolutely.
That's for you there, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Great, thank you.
I was going to get you a pint of Heineken, but I was afraid if not, it's still.
No. Sip.
Where Malone from?
Belfast.
Oh, very good. Or Twin City.
Exactly. The other real capital. Right, we're about 5 minutes out. Will I start waffling?
Yeah, walk away.
Good afternoon from Woodleigh Park. You're very welcome to our live streaming of today's AIL Division 1B 15th round match between Highfield and Malone. Highfield are second in the table with 47 points, 12 behind leaders Old Wesley and 2 ahead of Naas. They've won 10, drawn 1 and lost 3 of their matches so far. Malone are third from the bottom of the table on 21 points. They're 3 points ahead of Banbridge and Navan and are fighting for survival in Division 1B. However, they ran leaders Old Wesley very close last week, losing by 5 points in a 29-34 defeat. They'll be hoping to build on that result this week. Highfield will be anxious to keep up their momentum after last week's narrow win over Old Belvedere, 22 points to 20. There are 4 changes from last week's team, with Killian Buckley replacing James Rochford at loosehead, Sean Garrett replacing Fintan O'Sullivan in the second row, Eddie Earle comes in for Ronan O'Sullivan in the back row, and Ben Murphy starts on the wing in place of Luke Kingston. And your teams for today's clash will line out as follows. For Malone, number 1, Ricky Greenwood. Number 2, A.D. McSwiggan. Number 3, Ben Halliday. Number 4, Zach Devine. Number 5, Adam McNamee. Number 6, Dan Kerr. Number 7, Dave Cave. Number 8, James E. McAllister. And the backs, number 9, Shane Kelly. Number 10, Callum Smith. Number 11, Jack McMurty. Number 12, Ben McCaughey. Number 13, Davy McMaster. Number 14, Andrew Bryans. Number 15, Aaron Sexton. And the replacements for Malone, number 16, Lawson Porter. Number 17, Conor Lely. Number 18, Lee Barlow. Number 19, Conor Spence. number 20, Gareth Miller, number 21, Nico Andres. And the Highfield team for today's clash. At number 1, Killian Buckley. Number 2, Travis Coomey. Number 3, Dara Fitzgerald. Number 4, Sean Garrett. Number 5, Dave O'Connell. Number 6, Eddie Earle. Number 7, Cathal Gallagher. Number 8, Maya Cronin. Number 9, Chris Bannon, who captains the Highfield side today. Number 10, Shane O'Riordan. Number 11, James Daly. Number 12, Mark Dorgan. Number 13, James Taylor. Number 14, Ben Murphy. Number 15, Sam Burns. And the Highfield replacements, number 16, Robert Murphy. Number 17, Michael Delan. Number 18, Ryan Murphy. Number 19, Mark Fitzgibbon. Number 20, David O'Sullivan. And number 21, Gavin O'Leary. And your officials for today's game are referee Glenn Sheridan and his assistants Paddy Sheehan and Martin Buckley from the Munster Association of Referees. Christ.
Go back to John.
All right. And I've just been informed that there's a change on the Malone side. Number 15, Aaron Sexton, has been replaced by Andy Bryans. And Jack McMurty comes in at number 14.
Lads!
And both teams take the pitch on a beautiful afternoon for rugby. Bright sunshine. Bright sunshine, cold, bright, clear day, ideal for running rugby, which both teams, I'm sure, will set out to do. The standard of rugby in the AIL Division 1B, I think any of you who've been watching all season will agree with me, is very high indeed. So Malone, Callum Smith gets the game underway, taken by Highfield number 8, Maya Cronin. Cronin sets it up, and the ball runs loose. Taken by Cathal Gallagher. Dara Fitzgerald feeds Eddie Earle. Earle driving forward. Chris Bannon finds Dave O'Connell. Bannon again, this time Shane O'Riordan to James Taylor. Taylor steps inside. Jinks inside, finds Cronin. Cronin sets it up there in the middle of the park. And penalised. And quick, Shane Kelly took it quickly after a great jackal there by Ricky Greenwood. And Malone get the penalty just inside the 22. And Captain Dave Cave indicates that they're going to go for the posts. So great work there by prop Ricky Greenwood to secure that ball, and the end result is a penalty to Malone in the very first minute of the game, and Callum Smith Out half Callum Smith, directly in front of the posts, right in the middle of the pitch, about 2 metres inside the 22. And he makes no mistake. So first score of the game, penalty for Malone, scored by number 10, Callum Smith. Leaves us Highfield 0, Malone 3. So great start by Malone. Now Shane O'Riordan. Restart for Highfield. Puts it high in the air. Well taken there by Ricky Greenwood. Feeds it out to Dave Cave. And this time the penalty goes against Malone in the contact. And Highfield will be delighted with that. And Shane O'Riordan is going to take us into the corner. The wind slightly in his favour. Not terribly strong. And O'Riordan brings play right deep inside the Malone 22. And Highfield, whose line-out has been very efficient all season, will be looking for some points from this great position. Super kick by O'Riordan. About five metres out from the Malone try line. Travis Coomey to put into the line. Finds Dave O'Connell in the middle. Good defence so far by Malone. Highfield set up the maul. Maya Cronin has it at the back. And now Highfield are beginning to move it. Referee has awarded a penalty, so Highfield carry it on. Cronin still in possession. Highfield continue with the drive. Driving over the line. They're over the line. The referee has said held up, but has awarded the penalty to Highfield. So good line out maul there by Highfield. Good drive to the line. Well held up on the line by Malone. And Shane O'Riordan looks to the touchline again with the right boot. And Highfield will try to set up that line out maul yet again. First one, very successful. Got over the line, but good defence by Malone to hold it up. So Rochford, first dart was very accurate, finding Dave O'Connell. Finds O'Connell again in the middle of the line. Now they set up once again. And the maul is driving towards the line. Rochford in possession at the base, at the back of that maul. They're almost over the line. Bannon is taking it out. Gives it to Mark Dorgan. Dorgan about a metre short. Great pressure, early pressure here from Highfield. Bannon pops. Taken in by the forwards again. The pick and go by Dara Fitzgerald. Penalty to Highfield. O'Connell is at the back of that maul. Eddie Earl breaks the other way. Held up on the line. Penalty to Highfield. Right in front of the posts. So having conceded 3 early points, Highfield are piling on the pressure now. Forcing the concession of a series of penalties, and Bannon decides they'll take the 3 points. O'Riordan is going to take the shot. So great pressure there from Highfield. All coming from a good kick into the corner by Shane O'Riordan. And O'Riordan now being asked to level the scores. Six minutes into the game. And O'Riordan knocks that one over. He won't get many easier kicks than that one. So after 6 minutes of the game, Highfield 3, Malone 3. Great start from Malone with a very early penalty. But great pressure there from Highfield, using that line out maul to great effect. But good defence by Malone on their own line. Didn't concede the 5-pointer. So O'Riordan took the 3 points. So Callum Smith to restart for Malone. Hangs it up there. Good kick-off, taken by Cronin. Cronin goes to ground. Bannon. Taken forward there by Earl. Or by Killian Buckley, sorry. Bannon with the box kick. This one is not what he intended. Straight up in the air. Comes loose. Comes to Shane Kelly. Gives to Davy McAllister, and he's bundled into touch by a combination of Ben Murphy and Highfield number 7, Cathal Gallagher. So Highfield retain the possession. Chris Bannon's kick, not quite what he intended, hung up there in the air. And Travis Coomey, been very accurate so far. This time goes to Sean Garrett in the middle. Bannon, Shane O'Riordan, finds Dorgan on the charge. Bannon again. This time O'Riordan, long pass to Sam Burns. Burns, who was so impressive last week. Bannon's looking for a penalty, not getting it. Taken forward by Buckley. Bannon again, Shane O'Riordan. O'Riordan with the boot this time. Spots the gap and drills it down towards the corner. And well recovered there. Didn't find touch, well recovered. The kick by Jack McNulty. Comes to Shane O'Riordan again. Dorgan, Cronin, oh, and Coomey just fumbled it. Promising move there from Highfield. Good to see the intent. Highfield showing great intent there. The pass just didn't quite go to hand. And we have the first scrum of the game. And Killian Buckley coming in for James Rochford is scrumming down there with Travis Coomey and Dara Fitzgerald against Ricky Greenwood, Aidan McSwiggan and Ben Halliday. So the first contest between the front rows. Shane Kelly to put in. Scrum. Ball is slow going back on the Malone side. Kelly gets it. The pass didn't really go to hand there. Down to the toes of Ben McCaughey. And McCaughey couldn't get his hands down to it. The pass really didn't give him any chance. So this time the scrum to Highfield. First scrum, no budge from either side, rock solid by Malone. And Highfield will be hoping to get a clean ball here in a very good attacking position. Couple of meters outside of the Malone 22. Bannon to put in. Highfield, 3 changes in the pack with Killian Buckley at loose head, and Highfield get the penalty kick for early engagement. Scrum called again. So, with 3 changes in the pack, Killian Buckley at loose head, Sean Garrett second row, and Eddie Earl at number 6, Highfield pack. Quite changed from last week. The referee is happy this time, and Bannon to put in. Good push. And the referee has penalised Chris Bannon for a crooked put in to the scrum. It's not one you'd often hear a referee give these days, but he decided that Bannon put it in crooked. So penalty to Malone. Highfield will be disappointed with that. It was a great attacking position. And Callum Smith goes with the Gary Owen. Bannon is under it. Finds Sam Burns. Burns goes this time with the kick. Beautifully taken by Callum Smith. Setting it up. And Shane Kelly. The kick didn't find touch. Now O'Riordan. He's got a huge boot on him. Drives it back down into the Malone 22. Gathered there by McNulty. A long pass out here to David McMaster. Finds his centre partner Ben McCaughey. Kelly gives it out to Dave Cave. Out the line. This time Kelly gives the boot, looking for the touchline, and he finds an excellent touch. Super kick there by scrum half Shane Kelly from Malone. Gets him a very good position right on the Highfield 22. Good work there by the Malone backline. Good work by David McMaster and his centre partner McCaughey. And an excellent kick by scrum half Shane Kelly. So Kumi, he's been very accurate so far with his darts. We'll be hoping to repeat the performance here in this defensive line-out. Referee satisfied with the line-out. Kumi. Again, O'Connell has been magnificent at the line-out all year for Highfield. Highfield now get the maul rolling. And they've been robbed. And Dave Cave carries it into the 22. Out to Smith. Smith, the long pass. Out to McMaster. Goes to ground. Kelly looking for the ball. It's a penalty to Malone. Free play to Malone, and the ball goes loose. The referee gives the penalty. Shane Kelly wants to take it quickly, but not from the mark. Referee brings it back to the mark. And Kelly looks to Callum Smith to take us into the corner. Great attacking position here from Malone. About 5 metres out from the Highfield line. And number 6, Dan Kerr, is doing the throwing. Kerr. Good throw into the middle of the line out there. Zach Devine brings it down. Malone set up the maul. And a good maul. And they're driving for the line. And they're over. A try and a little bit of afters there. Referee not happy.
Great punch! Fucking excellent! Well done! Let's go here.
And referee and touch judge have to intervene there. Referee speaking to the captains, Cave and Bannon. And an excellent forwards try there from Malone. Very effective line-out maul. Not sure who got the touchdown, but it was certainly a collective effort by the Malone pack. And Smith now to try to add the bonus points. So our first try of the game goes to Malone after 16 minutes of the game. Smith to add the bonus of the conversion, but that one held up in the wind. So after 16 minutes, Malone lead by 8 points to 3 after an excellent line-out maul, resulting in a very good score. So Highfield now find themselves 8 points to 3 down, and O'Riordan get us back in action. Again, hangs it high in the air. Great hunt there by James Daly. And Daly has unfortunately injured himself there, and that does not look good at all. Both teams being taken aside, and nobody likes to see that on a rugby pitch. A great chase by James Daly, but unfortunately collided with another player and is in some distress out there. So both teams being brought into a huddle. Both teams now trying to keep their concentration. And let's hope that James Daly will be okay. Certainly in an awful lot of pain there. So after 18 minutes on the clock, Malone lead 8 points to 3. They scored the only try of the game. And this is unfortunate. But the medical team are out there. James, whose dad Billy played with great distinction here in Highfield. And these are scenes nobody wants to have to witness on a rugby field. And the game will be held up for quite a while James receives attention. And both teams taking in the water, trying to keep their concentration. And just to remind you that today's game is being streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Jim McCoy of Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider, to make sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you would like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. And we'd also like to give a shout out to our club sponsors, STS Group, and to Liam Blenhen in particular. Over recent years, the STS Group have been hugely supportive of the club. I'd like to express our appreciation of this ongoing support. And during this unfortunate break in play, just a chance to welcome all our club members and friends who are based away from home. Many indeed are joining us today from all parts of the globe, and they're all very welcome. And if you'd like to play your part to help our club, why not play the Club Lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie. You can be in with a chance of winning from just €2 per week. This would be a great help with our much needed funding of our club. The lotto jackpot will be €4,900 next week. And a reminder that Highfield's next league game is not until the 26th of March, away to Naas, who are currently 2 points behind Highfield in the table. So, as we stand here today, it's Highfield 3, Malone 8. Highfield with a penalty from Shane O'Riordan. And Malone with a penalty from Callum Smith. And a try from a line-out maul, which went unconverted. So the players trying to keep warm now. The Highfield guys popping the ball around, trying to keep warm, trying to keep thinking about the game. Not easy for any of these lads to see a teammate go down injured like that. So it's a real test of character. Keep your concentration, get on with the game. And equally, the Malone lads will be disrupted by that break in the play. Nobody from either side would want to see anybody get hurt like that. It's not a pleasant experience for anybody on the pitch. The lads keep popping the ball, keep him warm. And there's a considerable delay before we can continue. But our thoughts now are with James Daly, receiving attention on the pitch. And I see the medical team there with him. And just to recap on the situation in the league table as it stands at the moment, Old Wesley are out on top at 59 points. Highfield are in second place on 47. And their next opponents, Naas, are 2 points behind on 45. And Shannon come in the top four at 42 points, but they're closely followed by St. Mary's at 41. So there are 5 teams in a very strong position for top 4 places. So it looks like this league will go down to the wire. And Highfield's remaining games, they're away to Naas on Saturday, March 26th. Then on Saturday, April 2nd, they're home to Navan. And their final game before the playoffs will be on Saturday, April the 9th, away to St. Mary's College. So all to play for still in this league. With 5 teams. Old Wesley way out in front. But Highfield, Naas, Shannon and St Mary's will all be fighting for those other 3 spots.
Like Belfast anymore, no? Not like Belfast anymore.
Sorry. And here at the Highfield Club, a decision was made to show our solidarity to the people of the Ukraine. So we are flying the Ukrainian flag together with the Irish flag and the Highfield flag in the corner of the park today in a show of solidarity from the members of Highfield Rugby Club to the people of Ukraine who are in all our thoughts at the moment. And our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Ukraine. And their families here in Ireland. And unfortunately, play suspended here for a serious injury to Highfield wing James Daly, who's being attended to on the pitch at the moment. And I see James's dad, Billy, out there. We may be waiting on an ambulance. So quite a break in play.
Have to start the clock again and I'm sure. Stop it, we start it. Are they going back again?
Yeah, they're going back. So if you just joined us here at Woodleigh Park, play has been suspended because of a serious injury to Highfield wing James Daly. Play was stopped after 17 minutes with the score Highfield 3, Malone 8. Malone went 3 points ahead with an early penalty by Callum Smith. Shane O'Riordan levelled the scores about 10 minutes later before Malone got a try from a line-out maul, and Smith was unsuccessful with the conversion attempt. Now, as we speak, the Highfield players have gone into the dressing room. It is a cold day. Beautiful, clear, crisp day, but very cold. And it's difficult for the players to keep warm. So the Highfield coaches have decided to take the Highfield lads into the dressing room. The Malone lads have put on the tops, and I think they may be going to the dressing room as well. At the moment, they're still on the pitch. So, very sad scene here at Woodleigh Park. Play suspended. As I say, I think we're waiting for an ambulance. To take James to hospital. And now
Kiwi. Ralph, won't you? You're looking to change the picture or something.
referee having a word now with Malone, captain and coaching staff. Referee Glenn Sheridan. Now the Malone players going to a huddle.
Are we going up there? We're getting out of the same ambulance. The ambulance is here in the next 5 to 10 It is a sideways
And if you've just joined us here in Woodleigh Park, unfortunately, play has been suspended after 17 minutes due to a serious injury to the Highfield winger, James Daly. Play was suspended after 17 minutes, and at that time, the score was Highfield 3, Malone 8. At the moment, James is being attended to on the pitch, and we're awaiting developments. We have no information yet as to when play will resume. I believe we're waiting on an ambulance to come to take James to hospital, and we all wish him a very speedy recovery. Very unfortunate situation, and something that nobody in the sport likes to see. We will update this later.
Yeah, no problem.
Splice it together again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is taking an awful long time.
It's coming from the South Ring, they don't come from the CUH anymore.
Of course, yeah.
Over by Smith's.
Yeah, I know the place, yeah.
He's absolutely wrinkled about it too, look at him. I've seen a man laughing at some joke as much. You're top of an alley food.
It's taking quite a while already, isn't it?
Lucky we have so much light. If it was earlier in the season, it would be very dodgy.
Didn't look good. Like his foot twisted when I kind of came down. Like, it's not good.
That's
Well, the ambulance, I don't think they come from COH. They come from fucking...
come out Kinsale Road roundabout now.
So I've had people waiting 2 hours before they on the pitch. Like, you don't want that.
No.
If you could carry him, it'd be fucking cracker jacks if you could just carry him over.
That's the danger, you see.
Yeah. And before this guy, he thought he broke his neck in the middle of the pitch there, and he's wait 2 hours to basically have to put a jacket on top of him for fucking sliding.
Crazy, crazy.
Oh yeah, you're on first.
lads, they want to come down. I feel bad for him. He's there a long time now.
He's there a long time, he is.
If you want to say that, and if you want to tell them we're going to mute it for...
Oh yeah. And if you've just joined us here at Woodleigh Park, the game has been suspended after 17 minutes with the score Highfield 3, Malone 8. Highfield wing James Daly has suffered a serious leg injury and the game has been suspended. So we're going to go mute for the next while until play resumes. Thank you.
We talked about how bad the ambulance service is. Lads, who got your choice? Shane Kelly. He's going in now with your ticket.
And if you've just joined us here at Woodleigh Park, a very sad scene at the moment as Highfield number 11, James Daly, leaves the field on a stretcher. James suffered a serious leg injury after 17 minutes of the game. Play was suspended with the score Highfield 3, Malone 8. And we wish James the very best and a very quick recovery. As I say, nobody likes to see scenes like that on the pitch, and we hope that James, as I say, makes a quick recovery and is back in the Highfield colours as soon as possible. So far in the game, Malone took a very early lead with a penalty converted by number 10, Callum Smith. A short time later, this lead was cancelled out with a penalty from Shane O'Riordan in front of the posts to bring Highfield to 3-all. Then about 10 minutes into the game, a line-out maul by Malone led to a try by number 6, Dan Kerr, which gave them an 8-3 lead. Callum Smith was unsuccessful with the conversion attempt. So as we stand after that disruption in play, we stopped on 17 minutes. Highfield 3, Malone 8, and the Malone players warming up on the pitch. The Highfield players took to the dressing room, and I see the Highfield players now returning to the pitch. So the officials are on the sideline. Referee Glenn Sheridan and his assistants Paddy Sheehan and Martin Buckley waiting to get us underway again. So both teams will have to get their concentration back, get themselves warmed up again. The teams for Malone: number 1, Ricky Greenwood; number 2, A.D. Max Wigan; number 3, Ben Halliday; number 4, Zach Devine; number 5, Adam McNamee; number 6, Dan Kerr; number 7, Dave Cave, who captains the Malone side today; and number 8, James E. McAllister. And the backs: number 9, Shane Kelly; number 10, Callum Smith; number 11, Jack McMurty; number 12, Ben McCaughey; number 13, Davy McMaster, and number 14, Jack McNulty was a late replacement for Aaron Sexton, and Andy Barnes, who was due to start on the wing, went to full back. Their substitutes: 16, Lawson Porter; 17, Conor Lely; 18, Lee Barlow; 19, Conor Spence; 20, Gareth Miller; 21, Nico Andres. And the Highfield team: number 1, Killian Buckley; number 2, Travis Coomey; number 3, Dara Fitzgerald; number 4, Sean Garrett; number 5, Dave O'Connell; number 6, Eddie Earl; number 7, Cathal Gallagher; and number 8, Maya Cronin. And the backs: number 9, Chris Bannon, captains the Highfield side today; number 10, Shane O'Riordan; number 11, James Daly was the starting wing. He will be replaced by either Gavin O'Leary or Dave O'Sullivan, and I'll let you know when the team lines out. Number 12, Mark Dorgan; number 13, James Taylor; number 14, Ben Murphy; number 15, Sam Burns. And the substitutes: number 16, Robert Murphy; number 17, Michael Delan; number 18, Ryan Murphy; number 19, Mark Fitzgibbon; number 20, David O'Sullivan; number 21, Gavin O'Leary. And either David O'Sullivan or Gavin O'Leary will replace the unfortunate James Daly. And just to remind you again that here at Highfield Rugby Club in Woodleigh Park, we are flying the Ukrainian flag in a show of solidarity and support for the people of the Ukraine. Both teams going through their warm-up routine. Very difficult now for both teams to get their minds back on the game. It's like starting all over again. With 17 minutes gone on the clock. They've had a long break while we waited for James Daly to be attended to. Beautiful, sunny, early spring day here at Woodleigh Park. What little breeze is there is to the backs of the Highfield team, to our left. But it is a cold, dry day, perfect for running rugby. And so far, both sides have tried to play that running rugby. And a reminder again that you're very welcome to our live stream. This is a 15-round match between Highfield and Malone. Highfield are second in the table on 47 points, 12 behind leaders Old Wesley and 2 ahead of Naas. They've won 10, drawn 1 and lost 3 of their matches so far. Malone are third from the bottom of the table on 21 points, 3 points ahead of Bambridge and Navan, fighting for survival in Division 1B. However, they ran the leaders Old Wesley very close last week, losing by 5 points in a 29-34 defeat. And they will be hoping to build on that result this week. Highfield will be anxious to keep up their momentum after last week's narrow win over Old Belvedere, 22 points to 20. And the Highfield starting team had 4 changes from last week's team. Killian Buckley replacing James Rochford at loosehead. Sean Garrett replacing Fintan O'Sullivan in the second row. Eddie Earle coming in for Ronan O'Sullivan in the back row. And Ben Murphy starting on the wing in place of Luke Kingston. And just to remind you again that today's game is being streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Jim McCoy's Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. And again, we would like to thank our club sponsors, STS Group, and Liam Lenihan in particular. Over recent years, STS have been hugely supportive of the club. We'd like to express our appreciation for this ongoing support.
Gav is replaced him.
And again, a very warm welcome to all our members and friends who are based far away from home. Many indeed joining us today from all parts of the globe. You're all very welcome. And if you'd like to play your part to help our club, why not play the Club Lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie. You can be in with a chance of winning from just €2 per week, and this will be a great help for our much needed funding in this club. The Lotto jackpot will be €4,900 next week.
Rest there. Give the first shoulder now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep our pace. 3 press ups.
And looking at the Highfield team, warming up there, I see it's number 21, Gavin O'Leary, who has replaced the unfortunate James Daly on the wing. And both teams having to go through their warm-up routine all over again. Malone in a huddle. Highfield going through a few backline moves. Trying to get the hands warm. Get themselves up again and ready for action. The referee is just indicating there to both teams that they have 2 minutes left to warm up before the game restarts. With 17 minutes on the clock, Highfield 3, Malone 8. Unfortunately, play was disrupted due to a serious injury to Highfield's James Daly. Highfield number 11, James Daly, picked up a nasty leg injury, and we wish him all of the best. So we'll restart with 17 minutes gone. And Malone 5 points ahead. And the game is going to restart where the injury occurred.
Malone! Let's go, lads! Ricky, big energy!
Hard for both sets of players now.
Come on, Ben! Let's go, Ricky!
Get warmed up, get the mindset right again. So we'll restart just outside the Malone 22 with a scrum to Malone, scrum half Shane Kelly to put in. Scrums have been very evenly contested so far. So Kelly puts in. And Malone get the shove on. Referee says front rows came up. Malone got the nudge, but the front rows came up. So referee calls a reset.
Let's go, Ben! Let's
Just
go,
outside the Malone 22. And this time, early engagement by Highfield. Free kick to Malone. Malone, go for the scrum again. So Malone, obviously, captain Dave Cave, thinking they're getting a bit of superiority in the scrum, going for the scrum again. Referee pleased to let Kelly put in. Kelly outside to Ben McCaughey. Held up. Kelly this time looks to the big man, out to Adam McNamee. Kelly this time goes with the box kick. Doesn't come off as he expected, but well recovered by Ben McCaughey. Kelly again. Going with the box kick again. This time, far more successful one, taken by Sam Burns, the Highfield fullback. Burns pops it up in the air, goes to ground. Referee does not take any notice of that. And Malone regroup. Again, Kelly goes with the box kick, but it's straight up in the air. This time it's scrum to Highfield. Knock on by Malone. And Kelly had two box kicks there, which I think he would have hoped would go much farther. Both went straight up in the air. And an inconclusive bit of play results in a Highfield scrum. Chris Bannon to put in. Just inside the Malone half.
Go, Ben! Flat four, stay square, Jack, keep watching the ball.
Referee's happy with the set. Bannon puts in.
And he's got last.
And Cronin breaks, big number 8. Well tackled. Bannon. Dave O'Connell. O'Connell, support from Earl. Bannon. O'Riordan. Shane O'Riordan drives it down the wing. Well taken there. And beautifully cleared.
Super shot! Well done! Get set! Numbers!
Well done there by David McMaster.
Ball AV!
Nice Jack.
Andy Barnes, I beg your pardon. Andy Barnes, a full back, found a very good touch there. Now, Travis Coomey, throw into the line out for Highfield.
Right on him, Don.
Highfield line out has been functioning very well so far. And Earl takes it there. Great take by Eddie Earl at 2. Highfield set up the maul. And despite the protestations of Chris Bannon, the scrum goes to Malone.
Let's go.
Good work there by Kerr and McAllister in that maul.
Let's go, next job. Next job, Ed. Let's go. Let's go, next job. Let's go, next job.
Highfield players still protesting about that maul. Referee not happy. Scrum to Malone.
Come on, Ben, let's go.
Shane Kelly with the put in. And Bannon wrestling with the number 8, James E. McAllister there. And penalty for a knock on. Scrappy piece of play there. Ends up in a penalty to Malone. And Callum Smith will look to put him in the corner. Doesn't find touch. Taken by Bannon to O'Riordan. O'Riordan puts the big right boot to it. And that is a massive kick by O'Riordan. O'Riordan has got a massive right boot on him. And he really cleared his lines really superbly there. Callum Smith won't be happy that he didn't find touch. Penalty to Highfield. And both teams now getting a little bit indisciplined. Both teams have had words with the referee and he's not having any of it. And now Shane O'Riordan will look to put Highfield down in the corner. Again, with the trusty right boot, drives it down deep into the Malone 22. 2 superb kicks there by O'Riordan. And a very good attacking platform here for Highfield. The line-out maul has been very successful for them all season. Coomey finds O'Connell and they set up the maul. They're driving forward now. Bannon takes it out. Dorgan drives through the tackle. Dorgan, the ball goes loose. O'Riordan, out to Burns. Out to Gavin O'Leary. And O'Leary in the corner. And a bit of handbags there after O'Leary went into the corner. I'm not sure what the referee's decision is. The try has not been awarded. And a penalty to Malone. A lot of confusion down there in that corner. It looked like O'Leary had got in for a try. Obviously didn't manage to ground the ball, and in the aftermath, Highfield penalised, taking the pressure off Malone, giving them a chance to clear their lines. Now, Highfield will be disappointed there. Good line out. Very good attacking position. A nice break by Mark Dorgan in the centre. The ball fed out to Gavin O'Leary and didn't quite manage to get it down. So now, Callum Smith to clear his lines. That's a great kick by Smith. Brings play almost to the halfway. Great relieving kick there by the Malone number 10. So line out to Malone. 26 minutes on the clock after a long break in the game. And Andy Maxwiggan throws in. Taken there in the middle by Adam McNamee. Out the line. Dorgan just managed to slow his man down there. Comes out again to Cave. The captain brings it forward. Kelly. Out to Zach Devine. Kelly with the boot. Taken. Dave O'Sullivan, a long kick downfield. Taken very well by the fullback. Andy Barnes. Ball's there, taken out by number 4, Zach Devine. Captain Dave Cave over the ball. Decides to go forward with it. Met there by a determined tackle. Kelly goes with the box kick. Comes out the wing. Bannon takes very well. Under great pressure there from Jack McNulty. But Bannon did very well to set the ball up. And penalty Highfield. Ben Halliday on the side of the ruck. Great work there by Chris Bannon. Took the high ball, tackled very well by Jack McNulty, but managed to secure possession. O'Riordan again. And this time, gives it another bang of the big right boot. Brings play into the Malone half. About 10 metres outside the 22. So, Travis Coomey to throw it in again for Highfield. This time goes for Sean Garrett, taken very well. Ball goes a little bit loose. Bannon recovers well. Dave O'Sullivan sets it up. Bannon finds Dave O'Connell. Right, ref. Touch judge didn't spot that. There was a stray boot thrown there. Sam Burns. And the ball breaks loose. And Taylor knocked it to touch. And
Sorry, just make a change here.
a change on the Malone side. Number 18, Lee Barrow, replaces number 4, Zach Devine.
Good work, Zach. Good one. Good one. Good
And Coomey at the back of that maul. Gives it. And Bannon breaks on the blind side. Gavin O'Leary again. Well tackled by his opposite number there. And Highfield have lost possession. And Lee Barlow gets his hands on the ball, gets warmed up. Kelly, blocked down! And Sean Garrett scores for Highfield. And Sean Garrett in for Fintan O'Sullivan today. Will be absolutely delighted with himself there. Reacted very quickly. The big number 4 got up to block down the attempted clearance and followed it over the line to score an excellent try. And Sean Garrett, Highfield number 4, would be delighted with that score. Highfield 8, Malone 8. with 31 minutes on the clock. And Shane O'Riordan to try and add the conversion points. O'Riordan with the right boot. Should suit him from this side. Has the distance. And that's a super kick. And O'Riordan with a penalty earlier in the game. And that conversion. Super kick. Highfield now leads 10 points to 8. With just over 31 minutes on the clock.
Keep working, boys. Big chase.
And Sean Garrett filling big boots today for the injured Fintan O'Sullivan. Will be absolutely delighted with that block down and score. So the kickoff comes to Eddie Earl. Taken very well by Earl. Sets it up. It's out to Killian Buckley. Buckley setting it up.
That's good. Work, Davy. Work, Davy. Start the cheek, Davy, man.
Bannon, this time, goes for distance. Taken very well there by scrum half. Kelly, and great pressure from the Highfield back row there. Great pressure. Bit of a mix-up in the Malone defence there, but great work by both Eddie Earl and Cathal Gallagher, two Highfield wing forwards, working in tandem, puts serious pressure on there, and it results in a scrum to Highfield. Great work by both back rows. So, inside the Malone half, out here on the right touchline for Highfield. Bannon to put in. Bannon puts in. Malone get the shove. Into Dave O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan in off his wing. Breaks the first tackle. Coomey drives in. Very well there. Well done by Travis Coomey. Bannon finds Dave O'Connell. O'Connell with a latch from Garrett. Bannon again. This time out to O'Riordan. O'Riordan, long pass to James Taylor. Taylor looking for a gap. He's found one. Taylor, well tackled just outside the 22. Bannon finds Killian Buckley. Buckley drives towards the line. This time, fullback Sam Burns plays scrum half. Into Dave O'Connell. Bannon finds O'Riordan. O'Riordan. Coomey is there again. Very well tackled by his opposite number there. Good tackle by Aidy McSwiggan. Bannon has. O'Riordan finds Eddie Earl on the charge. Earl is a very strong man. Breaks the tackle, but in from the side, says the referee. Quickly taken there by Kelly. Kelly. Penalty, says the referee. Not back 10. Quick thinking there by Malone scrum half, Shane Kelly. Did I?
Yeah, he kicked one out. They're both the same time.
And I must apologise to Ben Murphy. I'll be calling him Dave O'Sullivan. Ben was the one who made the break there earlier. Ben and Dave have similar hairstyles. That's my excuse. Apologies, Ben. So, we resume with a line out to Malone. So, Aidy McSwiggan to put into the line. Goes to the back. Taken there by Cave. Bit of a fumble. And unfortunately knocked forward. Bit of a miscommunication there. And scrum to Highfield.
On Malone!
And they've been using Ben Murphy in off the wing. Ben, very strong, hard running wing. This time he's staying out on his wing. So Bannon to put in. Highfield, a 2-point lead with 36 minutes on the clock. Thanks to a try. Sean Garrett converted by Shane O'Riordan, and a penalty by Shane O'Riordan. Malone have replied with a try from Dan Kerr and a penalty from Callum Smith. This time, Malone guilty of early engagement, and Shane O'Riordan, a little bit of wind to his back, but O'Riordan doesn't need the wind really. With a boot like that, again, drives Malone back into their 22. O'Riordan really has a huge boot on him. I think he's looking for more there from the touch judge. Touch judge decided it's just on the 22. So Kumi goes to the back. This time it goes loose. Earl takes it. Ben Murphy. Murphy again. Murphy, very impressive carrier of the ball. Bannon, Kumi. Kumi drives through the first tackle. Bannon just scoops it out there to Shane O'Riordan. O'Riordan changes the direction of the play. A little chip ahead. The bounce. O'Riordan. Was that a high shot? Referee didn't see it. Fed back to Callum Smith. And a big clearance kick there from Callum Smith. Relieves the pressure. Highfield have been much livelier since we've come back, with wing Ben Murphy being used regularly, coming in off his wing, making very good ground. Now Kumi. Last one went a little bit astray. This time goes to O'Connell. And O'Connell very reliable on the line. Out O'Riordan, out to Dorgan. Dorgan charges into two players. Out to Shane O'Riordan. O'Riordan finds Sam Burns. And a knock on in the tackle. Scrum to Malone. Highfield showing great ambition there. Slinging the ball out along the back line. But very good defence by Malone. And Sam Burns is a little shaken after that tackle. Referee's decision is a scrum to Malone. So with 39 minutes on the clock, Highfield 10, Malone 8, 2-point margin, very close game. Kelly puts it into the scrum. Rock solid scrum by Malone. And this time, bit of pressure by the Highfield front row. Just as the ball was being taken out, they got the nudge. And the referee has called half time. So we had a very bizarre first half. After 17 minutes, a bad leg injury to Highfield wing James Daly meant that play was suspended. Both teams Highfield took to the dressing room, Malone stayed on the pitch, and there was a long interval while James was attended to by the medics, and we wish him a very swift recovery and wish him all the best. So half-time, a very closely contested game, even though there is a big gap between them on the league table. The Highfield coaches, Dave Lee and Conor Quaid, were very clear last week when I spoke to them that there are no easy games in this league. The Malone are a strong side and are very capable of playing very good running rugby. And Highfield have found that out today with just a 2-point margin, 10 points to 8 here at half time. And Gavin O'Leary has replaced James Daly at number 11 on the Highfield side. And for Malone, number 18, Lee Barlow, has replaced number 4, Zach Devine. And today's game has been streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Perfect Reception. Our thanks to Jim McCoy, Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. And again, we'd like to thank our club sponsors, STS Group and Liam Lenihan in particular. STS have been hugely supportive of the club in recent years, and we'd like to thank them for it. And again, to all of the Highfield supporters all over the globe, we'd like to welcome you to our live stream and thank you for your very kind comments. We have people joining us from all over, and if you'd like to play your part and help the club, you can play the Club Lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie, and you can be in with a chance of winning from as little as €2. This could be a great help to the much needed funding of the club, and the jackpot this week will be €4,900. So we're about to get the second half underway with Highfield's Shane O'Riordan, number 10, to kick off. And the wind will be to the backs of the Malone players in this half. And it's stiffening a little. Beautiful day for rugby here. Dry, crisp day. O'Riordan goes long with the kickoff. Well taken there. And a great tackle by Dave O'Connell on Dan Kerr. Taken by Burns. Gives it to Shane O'Riordan. O'Riordan gives a little chip ahead. Well read by Andy Burns. Sets it up. Robbed. No, sorry. Back to A.D. McSwiggan. Sets it up. McSwiggan plays scrum half. Clipped through by Smith. Smith gets to it himself. Throws out the long pass to the wing. Thrown back inside. McNulty threw it inside. Now Kelly finds McAllister. Kelly again. Out to Smith. Throws it out to the fullback. And try given. Malone score in the corner.
Well done, Cal! Oh boy! Unbelievable, Cal!
Great work.
Let's focus next task now. You know where to play. Yeah.
So after 41 minutes, that try from Malone pushes them into the lead, 13 points to 10. And Callum Smith threw out a great long pass there. Will look to add the conversion points.
Finish, Jack. Next toss. Next toss. Keep playing in their half. Come on.
Smith with the conversion. A very decent effort, but just crossed the posts and wide. So, with 42 minutes on the clock, score is Highfield 10, Malone 13. Try in the far corner there by Dan Kerr. Puts Malone into a 3-point lead. O'Riordan to restart for Highfield. This time he hangs it up there. Hangs it up there. The ball goes loose. Knocked backwards by Highfield. Scrappy play there. And penalty to Highfield. The ball taken in by Ben McCaughey. But some excellent defensive work there by Killian Buckley and Travis Coomey. O'Riordan looked at the posts, but the decision is to take Highfield into the corner. Goes with the right boot and again drills it deep into the Malone 22. About 5 metres out from the Malone line, Highfield will be hoping for some points from this very promising position. Their line-out maul has been very successful all season. So Coomey to put in. Finds O'Connell at 2. The maul is set up. And it's moving. Bannon at the back, calling the shots. They're driving forward. Highfield driving towards the line. Goes to ground just before the line. Bannon digs it out. Gives it to Dorgan. Dorgan sets it up. The Highfield forwards come around again. They'll want to pick and go. They pick and go. Popped up to Dave O'Connell. O'Connell sets it up. About 2 metres out from the posts. Fed out to Gallagher. Another pick and go. Cronin. Cronin's very near the line. Driven on by Gallagher. It's out the line to O'Riordan. And the simplest of scores for Sam Burns. A great bit of play there by the Highfield pack. Kept the heads, kept possession, kept picking and going. And eventually Malone ran out of defenders and Burns had a simple task to run in for the try. Great work again in the line out by Highfield. That line out maul has been very successful them all season. And that try by Sam Burns after 45 minutes on the clock. Highfield 15, Malone 13. And O'Riordan will attempt to add the conversion points. It's been a very exciting game here. Very entertaining. Conditions very good. Both teams throwing the ball about, playing good rugby. O'Riordan. We know he has the distance. Does he have the accuracy? Gives it a thump. This time it drifts across the posts. So Highfield have the slenderest of margins of a lead, 15 points to 13. And the game has been end to end. Scores at either end in the last few minutes. And Highfield's Gavin O'Leary receiving a bit of attention. O'Leary came in for the injured James Daly. He's had his running repairs. And we'll restart with a long kick from Callum Smith, taken by Bannon to O'Riordan. O'Riordan this time doesn't catch it right. Very untypical of Shane O'Riordan there. Went off the side of the boot and gives Malone a line out on the 22. And Malone using number 6, Dan Kerr, to throw it into the line out. Kerr. This time they disrupted by Dave O'Connell. The line out disrupted. Comes to Andy Barnes. Barnes has a look up. Goes for distance. Well spotted by Bannon. Bannon clears his lines. Puts it up the middle of the park. Smith sends it back. Ben Murphy. The ball was kicked away, but O'Riordan's back there to recover it. And again, O'Riordan finds his touch, this time outside the 22, a narrow angle. And a quick throw in. And now Malone may have got themselves into trouble. No, they've got out of it. Barnes makes a good break there, looking inside. And the ball bobbling about there. Highfield have got it. Bannon, O'Riordan, across to Taylor. Taylor long pass to Burns. Burns with the little chip through. He's after it himself. And well taken there by Jack McMurray. Dave McMaster drives forward. Kelly puts it out the line. Barlow goes to ground. This time, very broken piece of play. Chipped through by Taylor. McMurtry's back there, taken by O'Leary. O'Leary and Taylor. Well taken away by Davy McMaster. Great tackle there. Brought to ground. Kerr. This time, it's Byron's with the kick. Bannon back there after the bouncing ball. Back to O'Riordan. And O'Riordan gives that one full benefit of the big right boot. Brings it right up midway between the Highfield 22 and the halfway. And Highfield making a number of changes here. And we have Ryan Murphy, number 16, replacing Eddie Earl, number 6. And Dave O'Sullivan, number 20, replacing Mark Dorgan, number 12. So, and in the front row, Mick Delan is in for Dara Fitzgerald. Mick Delan, number 17, replaces number 3, Dara Fitzgerald. So Ryan Murphy, Dave O'Sullivan, Mick Delan, come in. Long line out throw there, well taken at the back by Dave Cave. Kelly gets it across the pitch. Good work there by McCaughey. Malone into the Highfield 22. Kelly looks to his number 7, Cave. Cave. Held up there. Out to the big number 5, McNamee. Kelly now, this time, looking for Halliday. Kelly, this is not a good pass, but it's collected there by McCaughey. Well tackled. Fed into James McAllister. Goes out the line. McNamee sets it up. Comes out again. And obstruction. Obstruction. Scrum to Highfield. Lively attack there by Malone. And Ben Halliday, unlucky there, colliding with another Malone player. Preventing the tackle. Scrum to Highfield. And fullback Andy Barnes has been very prominent in the game for Malone, stepping in at scrum half on a number of occasions there. So scrum to Highfield, Chris Bannon to put in. Bannon with the put in. Scrum holds. Picked by Cronin to Bannon. O'Riordan out the line to Taylor. Taylor puts the boot to it. And touch judge is giving the touch up there, but referee brings it back. And I'm not sure what he's indicating there. Oh, taken back in, I beg your pardon. Ball was taken back into the 22. So Taylor's kick went out on the full. And Malone, a good attacking position. Taylor, unfortunate there, didn't get the bounce. So, Kerr with the put in. Goes to McNamee, well taken at the back. Malone gets the drive on here.
Go again, drag him through on him! Drag him through! Hit it!
Malone edging towards the touchline. Scrum half gets it out. McCaughey well tackled there by Dave O'Sullivan. Picked up by Kelly, under pressure. Highfield driving over it. And get the penalty. Great defensive pressure there. Great work by Dave O'Sullivan. Dave O'Sullivan and Cathal Gallagher there. O'Sullivan showing great strength and determination. And Gallagher there to drive through the maul and put serious pressure. O'Riordan brings play up to halfway. And Highfield will be relieved to get out of their own half. Malone put a lot of pressure on for the last while, but didn't get any scores. Good defence by Highfield. So Kumi to put into the line out. And interference in the line out as Garrett went for that ball. The referee indicating there was a push in the line out. Penalty to Highfield. Garrett lost the ball in the air, but the referee said there was a push. So Shane O'Riordan will look to bring this deep into the Malone half. Riordan. Again, a fine kick. About 2 metres outside the Malone 22. And Highfield's line-out work has been so good that they'll be hoping to get some points here. And Malone replacing number 1, Ricky Greenwood, with number 17, Conor Lely. Travis Coomey to put into the line-out. Finds Garrett. Cronin driving up to the 22. Well tackled. Skip pass there. O'Sullivan makes good ground. The ball a bit loose there. Taylor going across the pitch. Huge pass to Cronin. Cronin skips past a tackle. Ben Murphy. Ball is out to Mick Delan. Delan well tackled there. And great defence there by Malone. get the penalty. Delan holding on. Great defensive play there by Malone. But we have a stoppage for injury.
Benji, maybe back on, sir.
And a chance
Benji.
for the water boys to get out there. Give the players a drink. So with 57 minutes on the clock, Highfield have a slender lead, 15 points to 13.
Zach, let's go.
Push down.
Yeah.
And Malone reshuffling their pack. Zach Devine returns. And now Callum Smith will get play underway again to clear his lines. Good kick by Smith. Brings play up to the halfway. So 58 minutes gone. Line out to Malone. Right on the halfway. Dan Kerr to throw in. Highfield 15, Malone 13. Still anybody's game. So Kerr with the throw. Robbed. Robbed there by Maya Cronin. But unfortunately for him, the ball bounced into touch. And the end result is another line out to Malone. Cronin will be delighted to have disrupted the Malone throw. Just unlucky that that ball didn't go into the hands of a Highfield player. So Kerr again, this time. See if he can find his man. Finds number 5, McNamee. Out the line. Ball lost. And Lee Barlow makes a serious charge there. Big man, strong man. And the ball was tipped on a foot, by a foot there, but it's still in play. Great play again by the number 10. Great run there by Callum Smith. Comes out the line. Out to McMaster. Kelly. Into number 7. Cave. Kelly again. Kerr. Long pass out to Burns. And unfortunately the pass drifted away. And it's a scrum to Highfield. Great opportunity there. Andy Burns coming into the line. The pass was a little bit astray. And we have another stoppage. Highfield's Sean Garrett looking for some attention there. And again, the players taking the opportunity of getting a drink. And Garrett is going to leave the fray. Eddie Earl returns. Sean Garrett has put in a great shift today. Scored a great try, great block down, great reactions. comes to the sideline. He'll be very happy with his day's work. So far, 62 minutes on the clock. Bannon to feed the scrum, about 5 metres out from the Highfield goal line. Bannon with the put in. Malone get the shove on. The ball's out to Murphy. Ben Murphy. Ben sets it up. Strong fend. Bannon looking for the box kick here. Under pressure, goes to touch. Malone have a very good attacking option here. A line out, halfway between the 22 and the try line. And Malone making a change at scrum half. Gareth Miller, number 20, replacing number 9, Shane Kelly. And Shane Kelly's had a very good game for Malone today. Ball goes into the line out again. Highfield managed to secure it. And Colin Gallagher, oh, he won't be happy with the referee there. Gallagher was just about to set off on a big run, and the referee unfortunately got in his way. Result is a scrum to Highfield. And Carl Gallagher won't thank the referee for that. He spotted a gap and was galloping into it. So, a scrum to Highfield. Still a couple of metres out from their own line. Bannon to put in. Scrum goes down. The referee is calling a reset. So, we'll reset. 64 minutes on the clock. Highfield 15 points to 3 ahead. To 13 ahead, I beg your pardon. 2 points ahead. And this time Highfield get the penalty in the scrum. Malone guilty of wheeling the scrum. And Highfield will be relieved to get that penalty. And O'Riordan dispatches it way up the touchline. O'Riordan, with the reliable right boot, brings play up to the 10-metre line. Still inside the Highfield half. Line out to Highfield. Coomey to put in. So Highfield be hoping to get a platform here to drive into the Malone half. This one goes over the top. Well reacted by Cronin. Big Maya Cronin drives over the halfway line. Bannon out to O'Riordan. O'Riordan to Taylor. Taylor long pass to Gavin O'Leary. O'Leary steps inside. The ball is set up. Bannon out to Killian Buckley. The ball's gone loose, but it's played on the ground. Played on the ground. And referee penalises Adam McNamee for playing the ball on the ground. Scrappy bit of play. The ball went loose. O'Riordan will now try and drive Highfield deep into the Malone half. O'Riordan with the trusty right boot sends it inside the Malone 22, just inside the 22, and very promising attacking position for Highfield here. The Highfield line-out has been working exceptionally well. The line-out maul has yielded a try earlier in the game. So, Coomey.
Go back! Just get him up!
O'Connell. Very clever line-out move there by Highfield. O'Connell started at 2, took the ball back at about 6, and now they've got them all set up. Bannon taking a look around, checking out his options. Coomey goes himself. Bannon now gets it out to Taylor, out to Burns. Burns, strong in the tackle, sets it up, out to Mick Delan. Delan sets it up again. Bannon, O'Riordan back to Dave O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan inside the 22. Bannon, O'Riordan out to Cronin, Maya Cronin. The number 8 sets it up. Bannon again, this time Coomey. And he's fumbled it, unfortunately for Highfield. Just eluded the grasp of Travis Coomey. A very promising attack there. Breaks down with a fumble and gives Malone a chance to clear their lines. And Highfield make a change there with Rob Murphy replacing Travis Coomey at hooker. And Coomey has had a very good game. His line-out throwing has been exceptionally good. He's had a lot of carries. Can be very happy with his day. And Dara Fitzgerald has gone back in, replacing Mick Delan. So Dara Fitzgerald, number 3, gone back in for Mick Delan, number 17. So Highfield will start this scrum with Killian Buckley, Rob Murphy and Dara Fitzgerald in the front row. And Ryan Murphy at wing forward. So Garrett Miller to put into the scrum. Scrum is solid. Bannon, pressure on the number 8 there by Bannon, and clearance by Gareth Miller. Great pressure there at the back of the scrum. Great work by Chris Bannon. So Rob Murphy will get his first put into the line out. About 2 meters outside the Malone 22. Gets his instructions from Killian Buckley. Highfield again will be hoping to get a good attacking platform. O'Connell, he's magnificent there in the line. The maul is set up. Bannon pops it to Dave O'Sullivan. Inside to Taylor. Taylor. Great run by Taylor. Right up to 5 meters out from the line. Bannon out to O'Riordan. O'Riordan makes the break. Goes for the line himself. He's held up. Highfield looking for quick ball here. The forwards take it over. And they take it over very successfully. And Eddie Earl dives over the line. To score an excellent try with some great work there by Dave O'Sullivan and James Taylor. Taylor almost made the line himself, but Highfield kept their composure. They reset, and Eddie Earl crashed over next to the posts. Highfield 20, Malone 13, with Shane O'Riordan looking to add the conversion points. O'Riordan right in front of the posts. And that's Highfield's third try. 71 minutes gone. O'Riordan adds the conversion points. So Highfield now lead 22-13.
Come on, Energy!
22-13. 72 minutes on the clock. Again, referee's discretion. He can add time for stoppages. But on the clock, 72 minutes. Highfield have got 3 tries now and lead 22-13. Kickoff comes to Dave O'Connell. O'Connell sets it up. Bannon setting himself up for the box kick. Puts it up again, just straight up in the air. Couple of unsuccessful box kicks today. The ball bounces loose. Highfield lose possession, and the referee holds play up. We have an injury. A stoppage for an injury. Maya Cronin receiving some attention there. He's taking a drink. He looks to be okay. There was a little concern about him there for a moment. But he seems to be fine. Much to the relief of all concerned. And Cronin is okay to continue. And we continue with a scrum to Malone, just outside the Highfield 22. A good attacking position. Remember, they trail 13 points to 22. So they're 9 points adrift of Highfield at the moment. But they have a scrum in a good attacking position here, just outside the Highfield 22. Substitute scrum half, Gareth Miller to put in. And Highfield put pressure on the scrum. Highfield got a great push on there. And the referee says it wheeled around. And just as Eddie Earl sees glory. And Highfield will be very happy with that scrum. Even though it wheeled, they were putting on great pressure. "75 minutes on the clock. Highfield 22-13 ahead with 3 tries on the board. So Miller to put in. Again, bit of a disruption at the base of the scrum, but comes out to Miller. Gets it out to Smith. Long pass out. Beautiful pass. Oh, unlucky there. Beautiful pass off the back of the hand from Byrons. Goes out to Byrons again. Runs into Shane O'Riordan. He's held up. Now he's got his knee to ground. It's a tackle. And the referee gives a scrum. He was held up long enough for the referee to say scrum to Highfield. Great work there by Shane O'Riordan. Great strength by the out half to hold the player up long enough to win the scrum for Highfield. So we'll resume with a scrum to Highfield on their own 22. 15 metres in from the touchline.
Lawson, Ricky, let's go. Come on. Lawson.
And the Highfield front row will be very happy with the last number of scrums. And Highfield make a change in the back row. Number 19, Mark Fitzgibbon, replacing number 7, Cathal Gallagher. Gallagher put in a great shift for Highfield all afternoon. And change on the Malone front row. Ben Halliday being replaced by Ricky Greenwood. So, scrum to Highfield on their own 22. And penalty to Highfield. Penalty to Highfield. Malone number 1, Ricky Greenwood, penalised for pulling down the scrum. So, Shane O'Riordan will look to bring play into the other half. He hits a mighty thump yet again. O'Riordan's right boot is a lethal weapon. Kicks it 15 metres into the Malone half. And now Highfield forwards there having a meeting. And substitute hooker Rob Murphy gets the call. Highfield will be hoping to set up another attack here. Goes to O'Connell yet again. He is magnificent in the line. A great maul now by Highfield. They get a serious drive on here. Serious drive. Bannon, O'Riordan. O'Riordan finds Gavin O'Leary coming in from the wing. And great work there by the Malone defence. Great work by the Malone defence. O'Leary held up and this time the kick doesn't find touch. Earl out to Delan. Delan breaks the first tackle. Bannon. Cronin. Cronin with support from O'Connell. Bannon. O'Riordan. O'Riordan finds Taylor. Taylor with a long pass out to Ben Murphy. Murphy has a go up the wing here. Breaks the tackle. Very strong run by Murphy. Big strong wing. Delan. Delan drives again. Bannon. O'Riordan. O'Riordan finds Taylor. Taylor looking for his options. Sam Burns on the 22. Burns sets it up. Bannon again. Goes blind. Finds Rob Murphy on the wing. Murphy throws it inside. It's intercepted there by Gareth Miller. And Malone have a chance to regroup here. Kerr. Cave sets it up. Goes back to Smith. And Smith, a very good clearance there from back on his own try line. So Highfield have to start all over again. We have 80 minutes on the clock. 22-13 Highfield lead. And we have a break and play. The referee, I think, had to fix his footwear. So we'll resume with a line out to Highfield. Rob Murphy to throw in. Referee not happy with the line out. Okay, Murphy now to put in. Right, Earl adjusting the footwear. Now we're ready. Rob Murphy. O'Connell again, magnificent in the middle of that line. Now Highfield get the move on. That's a very good maul. Very good maul. And there goes Murphy himself. Great work by young Rob Murphy, the hooker. Bannon. Out to Ryan Murphy. Bannon, O'Riordan. Dave O'Sullivan. Taylor. Burns. Ben Murphy. And Murphy's in. And that's a super score by Highfield. Great handling by the entire back line. And that is try number 4. The bonus point try scored by Ben Murphy, the powerful wing. After great handling, superb work by young Rob Murphy, the hooker. Set the ball up. Great hands all the way across the line. And a superb finish by Ben Murphy on the right wing. So Highfield will be delighted with that. 27 points to 13. The bonus point try, which they would have been hoping for to keep that second position in the league. And now Shane O'Riordan to try and add the conversion points. We have 82 minutes on the clock. I'm not sure how much time the referee is going to play. O'Riordan, the right foot, and he makes no mistake. And there's the final whistle. And your final score, Highfield 29, Malone 13. And a very, very entertaining game here. Malone will consider themselves unlucky not to get something out of the game. They played some magnificent rugby, scored some good tries, but Highfield will be absolutely delighted with 4 tries from Sean Garrett, Eddie Earl, Sam Burns and Ben Murphy. So they get the bonus point win, and that will be a wonderful boost to the team, because their next league game is on the 26th of March away to Naas, who at the start of today's round of games were just 2 points behind them. So pressure still on, but Highfield will be absolutely thrilled to get that bonus point win, even if the final score came in the last minute of the game. Malone, a very good side, played some very good rugby. Just couldn't keep up at Highfield at the end. Highfield's line-out maul, again proving very decisive in the game. And some super play there from the backs for that final score. So your final score here, once again, Highfield 29, Malone 13. Highfield with 4 tries to get their bonus point win. And we wish James Daly all the best in his recovery from what looked like a nasty leg injury. Let's hope he'll be fit to resume very soon again. So, here from all of us here at Woodleigh Park to all of you all over the globe, thank you once again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the game, a very entertaining spectacle, a great ad for AIL Rugby. Thank you and goodbye.